I used to have a very shitty life situation where, like, I didn't have any women that were like cool that I liked seeing. I didn't have any cool friends. I didn't have a good lifestyle. I didn't make I was doing, either working a job that I hated, or I was struggling in my business. And it was just, both were really shitty. It's just the whole life situation was very shit. So basically, I've been there. I'm not looking down at you. I'm not judging you. That's why I make these videos. I make these videos for you guys. Now, with that said, first thing is you got to be real. You got to be honest. I mean, you really got to take a look around and say, this is not what I want it to be. A lot of guys who get stuck in being losers is they rationalize. They're like, this is good enough. I don't need to change. They have this attitude of, I don't need to change. And I actually posted an article on my blog yesterday called, When the Student Isn't Ready, the Teacher Disappears. And that's very true. If you are young, the best thing that you could do, if you're young and you're unsuccessful, you're not making good money, you don't have results with women, you don't have results, you don't have cool friends, you feel bad, your family life is messed up, like everything is fucked. You gotta first get to the truth and be like, look, right now things are not good. This is not where I want it to be. Like in 10 years when I'm 30, you should be planning for when you're 30. If you're in your 20s, you gotta look, what do I want my life to be when I'm 30? Who do I want to spend my time with? Who do I want to be with? How do I want my body to look? How do I want to feel? That type of stuff. What type of impact do I want to make? If you have that from that position, then you can start to, kind of, calibrate where you're really at. Most guys who are young, the losers, the ones that don't change, the ones that you see them in their late 20s, the same as when they're in their early 20s, they're working that dead-end job, or they're just unhappy. They don't ever admit that. So admit it. The next thing is get around where it's better. The biggest thing that separates people who win from people who lose is people who win, they get around where it's better. People who lose, they go around other losers to make them feel better. If you're hanging around with dudes that are not making a lot of money, they're not having success, they're not cool, they're not successful, you're going to be the next one. You're going to be just another loser just like them. Straight up. I mean, I hate to say it. It's painful to separate yourself and say, hey, I want to be more. I want to be better. Let me do that. If you don't have access to that, the best thing that you could do also would be a mentor. Somebody like me. Hire me, because a guy like me, what I'll do is I'll tell you how to get around those people. Those people are around. You can go, and even if you're 20, if you're humble and you have a good attitude, you can get around people who are, they're winners. They're people who are trying, they're striving. Even if they're not there already, they're striving. And that is important, to get around that type of energy, to get around striving people. That's where you're gonna have the shift. If you hang around people that are not striving, they're gonna bring you down before you can bring them up. So I'm actually gonna remake this video on my other channel, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. Check out my blog. I got a great new ebook coming out to you guys. A couple of them, one on Lux Life, one on Brad Holiday, that I wrote in the past couple days. I'm really excited to show it to you guys. Peace.